It's March 2025 and I haven't done an update on the garden for a while, so I thought I would. But what we're looking at now is my yellow mangosteen. It's looking fabulous compared to what it used to look like. And this year, look at this. Yep, that's a mango. I've bagged it because I'm hoping it will survive. We've had a really hot, dry summer. So I've got this mango on the side, and I've got a smaller one. Actually, that's my hand. If I put my hand beside it, that's how big it is. I've got a smaller one on the other side of the tree, which is still hanging in there. I did have some others bagged, but they didn't make it. So we've got a small one here. There we are. So that's really exciting for me. So this is my other mango tree, which is further down the property, and I bagged a mango that had started on here, but as you can see, it has split. Oh, and it's just fallen off in my hands. Shame. I was hoping it might do something, but I'll take it off the tree now and have a look to see what happened. But as you can see, split. Actually, I'll put the camera down and we can have a closer look. So here it is, closer look at it. So yeah, what a shame. I knew it was going to die, but you're always hopeful. So it didn't, but I'll show you the other fruit that's happening in the garden. But while we're down here, here is the yellow mangosteen again. Look how happy it's looking. Okay, let's go and check out my white sapotes. So here we are. We're at white sapote tree number, I think I call this tree number 3. This tree doesn't normally produce a lot, but this year, because it's been so dry, it is covered with them. And I don't know if you can see, but it's actually got so heavy, the branches actually weighed down with the fruit. Maybe if I go to the side you'll be able to tell. So there's the branch coming down over the path. So I'll be picking some of these and letting them ripen on the bench, because if you don't pick them, birds get them. So that's tree number 3, and there's 4 of them. Over here, I'm going to call this tree number 4, maybe. This is the one that I normally get most of my fruits from. So it's still got a lot of fruit on it, as you can see, but they're nowhere near as much as it used to have in previous years. The leaf is not furry underneath, and that's the fruit there. So once again, you have to pick, well, I picked them and let them ripen on the bench, because the birds will get them. We'll go and see my other one, which I think is called Max Golden or something similar to that. And that's another part of the garden, so we'll just turn this off and we'll go over there. Okay, so this is my other tree. Now this particular fruit is quite round and stays quite green, but the inside is quite yellow. Actually, there's probably one on the ground there, so we'll go and open it up. I'll show you what I mean. Now the birds have opened it up for us, but you can actually see what I mean. It's quite yellow inside. That's the pip there. It's quite soft. It has toned a little bit of colour compared to the dark green ones that are on the tree. It's got a different texture from the others and not quite as sweet. Yeah, so I guess I'll put it beside another one so you can see what I mean. So that's the one off the ground, and that's the one on the tree, of course. And that's what it looks like. Interesting. Let's put that back on the ground. Right, while we're here, this is my pear tree, which is not that exciting to most people, but pretty exciting to me. And we have had pears off it this year, which is great. I think I might have picked them all. Oh no, there's one. Oh, there's one that the birds have been. Oh, the birds also think the pears are delicious. Of course, that's plantain banana, and you might see it's got some bananas on it there. So we'll have more bananas. Oh, that's not good. This looks like it's been knocked about. This is ornamental papaya. It's come back. It didn't like having no water from the hot summer, but it's popped back to life. Actually, this is another white sapote, which I think is also similar to the other ones. Birds have been eating this one as well. The one's gone yellow and yuck. And the other one's going a lighter colour, so it's probably ready. And these, both of these, actually have the furry underleaf. This one and the big green one over there. While we're here, we'll have a look at around. This is our black mulberry. And we've got a little fig there. It's a longan tree. I was hoping it might fruit this year, but no, not yet. Over here we have a Lampins cherry, and that one over there is actually what one is that again? Let me think. Cherry of the Rio Grande, and it actually fruited this year, which is how we knew what it actually was. And I don't know if you can see beside it there, up the top there, that is actually a Brazilian grape. I've just picked the grapes off it, although I could see one left. So we'll wander up there and I'll show you. So here I am up beside the Brazilian grape, and there is one I've missed when I picked them off yesterday, but you can actually see, looks like there's more buds and flowers coming. And I just spotted another one down here, but I did take a video of it, so I'll add that to the end of this film. But while I'm up here, this is the cherry of the Rio Grande. It's a lot easier to see it from this part, but tricky to get to, which is probably why it survived. It's in an awkward spot in the garden. So there it is there. And as you can see, it's quite an established tree. Beautiful bark. I don't know if you can see that. Beautiful bark on it. Oh, actually, look at all those buds on the Brazilian grape. Might well have a second flush. Okay, let's go back down the garden. Now, when I say down the garden, I mean down the garden. I'm sort of at the top, so we're going to wander back down there. Here we are down the bottom. The trees were up there. And I thought I'd show you how our jackfruit is going. So this is our little jackfruit. and it's probably been in the ground maybe 2 years. It's doing really well, so it's done a winter. It did have some fruit on it, but we knocked them off. Actually, down the bottom, some of my fruits off my unknown papaya Babaco cross. Just trying to find out its name. It's up there. But we'll go and check on the other jackfruit. Okay, up the top, well, middle, I guess you call it, of the garden. And here's my big jackfruit tree. And you can see already I've got some jackfruit developing up there. I don't know if they all survive the winter. They are quite high. Normally it's only fruits down the bottom that survive and get to maturity. The others get hit by the cold and die, and they some dead jackfruit there. But you never know, some of these little ones here might develop into something. Can only hope. That's an update on my jackfruit tree. We'll pop up and see the tropical apricot while we're in this part of the garden. This is a tropical apricot. Not fruiting at the moment, it's finished fruiting. Has sort of that size little round fruit. Not particularly nice, good for jam. I don't particularly like this tree because of these big thorns that it has. But it's a good novelty tree, and people like to try the fruit for some reason, even though it's quite yuck. Yeah, it's doing well. It's sort of at the top of the property. You can sort of see my wee bit of lawn down there, and then that's the top of my fruit forest, and that goes down the hill. So yeah, this one's doing okay. Here's the view from the very top of my garden, and that is Whangarei Town Basin, just to prove that we are in town, in central Whangarei basically. So you too can have a fruit forest in the middle of a town. Okay, I've been back down in the garden and I found, just get my finger out of the way there, found a fruit from the other tree. So that was this one here. I think it's a Max Golden or something. That's that one. See how yellow it is, and that's its pip there. And this was off the other tree that doesn't normally make lots of fruit but did this year. So you can see it's quite white inside compared to the other one. This one's pips are really quite small. Normally the pips are a lot larger than that, but that might be because it's fallen off the tree and ripened, and now the ants are eating it. So yeah, see the difference in colour there. Okay, wow. I was just cutting some Mexican sunflower when I noticed my Brazilian grape had fruit. This is probably the most fruit it's ever had since we've been here, which is probably, I don't know, 4 years. But if you know the story of my garden, it was planted like 20 to 30 years ago, and then we rescued it from all the hundreds of weeds that had been net overgrown. So this is actually, you normally see the top of this tree when I do my garden tours. I'm actually underneath the tree. I'm going to pick these and pop them in the fridge, try them. I might even take some to a crop swap and let others try them too, because I know there's a few people who've never tried them. Okay, really happy.